putting that just out there, I'm like, especially with Trump, he is probably the most focused person. It is not a color thing for him.
Rafting did not erase differences, but it did cause Rodney and Lance to reach deeper.
We met in a context where we both had to work together to see us through. That was a great metaphor for what we need to do as Americans. We on the left, we on the right, we in the middle have to find a way to row down this river together.
And pull in the same direction, or risk pulling apart.
Why don't we meet again in 6 months?
Okay.
And we'll see where your fears are, and we'll see where your hopes are.
That would be awesome.
6 months to measure the Trump effect and a friendship both forged and disrupted by it. For Eye on America, I'm Major Garrett in Charlotte, North Carolina.
This is KCAL News Mornings.
The storm has passed, but the damage is far from over. Heavy rain has left a trail of destruction. Flooded streets, washed out roads, neighborhoods buried in mud.
We have team coverage of the aftermath and the cleanup. Rick Montanez is live in Malibu. Cara Finstrom is in Sierra Madre. Mark Liu will show us how debris basins prevented more disasters. Kalina Strinos is tracking your road conditions. And Paul Diano has the all-important forecast, including your weekend weather.
And taking a live look outside right now, you can see the storm has passed for the most part. Little sunny skies opening up there. We see a little blue as we take a live look out at Long Beach. Good morning. You're watching KCAL News Mornings at 9. Today is Friday, February 14th. I'm Rudabeh Shabazi.
Happy to be with you, and I'm Rachel Kim in for Jamie Yukis. Thank you so much for joining us. Let's start with our big story this morning. Of course, we're talking about the storm. Paul Diano and Kalina Strinos are here with your next weather and traffic. Good morning.
Morning, guys. We are looking at the flooding rainfall moving out, but still a few scattered showers are out there, and one just popped up just to the east of downtown Los Angeles. It is pouring still in Yucaipa and Beaumont. This is because of the elevation change. This last wave of low pressure is moving through, and the snow levels dropped to 5,000 feet. So great news if you are a skier heading to our local mountains. It is snowing heavily there right now. One cell right over Mission Viejo. The rest of Orange County is drying out. And even into the afternoon, our mountain locations, San Bernardino, San Gabriel's, the Santa Ana's, and the San Jacinto's may continue to see showers. But the front is gone. The flooding rainfall is gone. We just have some leftover showers. It rained a ton yesterday, and that's an understatement. San Pedro, about 2 3/4 of an inch of rain. Malibu Hills, 3.5 inches of rain. Fontana, 4 inches of rain. The San Gabriel Mountains almost got 1/2 foot of rainfall. Irvine and Burbank, 2.5 inches of rain. Tons of rain yesterday. LAX, we're seeing sunshine on the increase. So showers mainly just this morning. They'll be gone soon, especially in the Inland Empire. Increasing sunshine throughout the day. It's snowing in the mountains, and it will be a much calmer weekend. Van Nuys, rain is finished, but not that warm today. The ocean breeze in the wake of the storm is keeping you chilly. 61 degrees at 3 o'clock this afternoon. 61 for the metro area. Showers wrapping up. Valleys up to 64, much cooler for the Inland Empire. Early rain and a high of only 56 degrees. We'll have more on the rainfall totals, more on the mountain snowfall, and more on your upcoming weekend coming up in a few minutes. Got to get you to work on time if we can. Here's Kalina with traffic. Good morning.
Hi, good morning. And it is a longer weekend for some of us. And we have Valentine's Day today. So if you're planning going to the mountains this morning or later on this weekend, I want to show you what it looks like outside. It's the 18 in our Crestline camera here. And you can see it is gloomy. It is wet out there. And a reminder, you do need chains in the mountain areas. Taking you to LA, though, I have a motorcycle crash northbound 405 past Venice Boulevard. The left lane is blocked off. That backup is about 25 minutes from the 105 to the 10. And southbound traffic also impacted leaving the 10 as you head toward the 90. Now, the signaler is still here, 5 south at the 14. The truck route is closed. It's been closed since yesterday as they're trying to repair that guardrail. And it looks great on the 210, 10, and 60 this morning. The 605 is wide open. The 91 west looks great. We do have some slowing on the 105, though, and of course into and out of downtown as well. Orange County are very light, and leaving you with a look at the Inland Empire, where we have some delays on the 15 north approaching Corona, but overall still much better than what we typically see. Rudabeh and Rachel, back to you.
Kalina, thank you. The storm was so powerful, it even swept a firefighter's SUV into the ocean.
KCAL News reporter Rick Montanez is live in Malibu and showing us the damage. Rick, it's absolutely beautiful behind you. What a difference a day makes.
Right, and then we also know that there are a lot of crews coming in here. We've seen countless trucks and workers who are showing up to help clean up after the storm and, of course, after the fires. But one thing that will be taken care of later today is this incredible shot here. You see the SUV just sitting in the surf there. That was pushed into the water off this 30-foot drop by that debris flow with the firefighter in that SUV. We've learned this morning that the man who was driving it is an LAFD firefighter inspector. The cause of what may have made this happen is a drainage system clogged up with all of that runoff, and then everything came onto PCH.
So there was just really nowhere for that mud to go except over that K-rail, and came out with such force that it took that SUV, pushed it across 3 lanes, down about 30 feet into the surf.
And so this is video from last night. You could see the SUV bobbing around in the water there. The fire inspector was able to get out and climb back up to PCH. That's a roughly 30-foot drop and near some large boulders that could have, quite honestly, seriously hurt or killed him. Incredible, only minor injuries, though. And then we have this video for you from this morning. We saw workers show up around 4 a.m. to begin clearing out the mud and large boulders that covered PCH in this debris flow that forced the SUV into the ocean. Now, several large boulders were removed from here. PCH, we want to point out, is closed to general traffic as it has been for weeks, but it remains open to emergency crews, and that's why they had to get in here so quickly to clear all of that stuff off of the lanes of traffic and get emergency crews, utility crews back up here to work today. The storm may have passed, but firefighters say the danger is not gone.
That even though the rain stopped, that doesn't mean the debris flows will stop. We can still see that earth move for the next couple days.
So now high tide is coming in, and you see a lot of this water just pushing the SUV around. We're told later today, LAFD is going to bring in a large truck with a crane on it, so they'll drop some cables down onto that, secure the SUV, and then they'll lift it out of the surf and back onto PCH to get it towed away. Again, incredibly, the firefighter inspector in that SUV, when it went over this cliff, only suffered minor injuries. But firefighters say this is a reminder of why those alerts go out, to stay off the roads and stay out of these evacuation zones during these heavy storms. Reporting live in Malibu, Rick Montanez, KCAL News.
Crazy sight there, Rick. Thank you. We are getting a new look at how much mud came flowing down hillsides. Assignment manager Mark Lewis at the desk with some remarkable video of debris basins filling up. Mark.
Yeah, this is time-lapse video from several new cameras that were just installed to the Alert California camera system. They were specifically pointed at debris basins to give officials a look at how much mud was coming down. Now this is time-lapse video from the Bailey Canyon debris basin in Sierra Madre. This was at the height of the storm, and look at how fast it filled up with mud and water and debris. This is what kept that mud out of the neighborhoods of Sierra Madre and Altadena. And this is the Cloudcroft debris basin. This is in the Pacific Palisades area. This one too, working as intended, filled right up during the height of the storm, and you're going to see that construction vehicle disappear out of there. Somebody moved it out of the way, and you can see all of that mud that is left behind. And then there was a third debris basin. This was a Sierra Madre debris basin. And boy, this one had a lot of wood debris, probably from ash and the burn area from the Eaton fire. And you can see how all of it piled into that dam area. It's a large debris basin, and this kept it out of the neighborhoods of Sierra Madre. These debris basins working as intended, all now part of the Alert California camera system, which the public can view at any time on your computer. You can use it to look at brush fires and, of course,